Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here. And today, I had a few people ask me about the hunting rig that I used this year for deer, and we're going to talk about that coming up next. All right, so here we are, um, and this is I guess this is kind of what I came up with for deer this year. I had two options. I had the 450 Bushmaster or I had the 458 SOCOM. And I really wanted to do the SOCOM. However, because I was planning on potentially doing a little bit of hunting downstate, we have here in Michigan what's called the shotgun, or I guess below the line is shotgun, above the line is rifle. However, we can use straight wall cartridges in the shotgun zone. So I just decided to stick it out with the 450 Bushmaster. This is a Bear Creek Arsenal upper with a Anderson lower, ergo grip. It's all I use, ergo. I have some other ones, but most of the time it's ergo. I did top it with the Zerotech. This Zerotech is the Trace. This is 4.5 to 27, which gave me a really good field of view. At 4.5, man, it's easy to pick up on anything. And then having that additional distance with the magnification was perfect. I ran it at 14 power, and the deer that you see here was taken at 150 yards with this setup. I did not run a bipod. I only have it here just to hold the gun. I did run a sling, just a 2-point sling. I used Black Butterfly. These are their 450 Bushmaster 160 grain CEB FB Raptor Screamers. These are at 2,775 feet per second. And let me tell you, if you guys can see that there, it is a devastating round. That deer that I shot, honestly, when I first saw it, it was like, I don't know, I had like 20 minutes left of shooting time. The nice thing is here in Michigan, you know, we have our combo license, and I had a doe tag. I honestly thought it was a doe. I thought it was just a bigger doe. It turns out to be a spike, which is fine one way or the other. I am not a trophy hunter. I am a meat hunter. So I do my hunting to provide meat for my family. So if you guys are interested in knowing what the ballistic foot-pounds of energy are off of that, let me break out my handy-dandy calculator. I should already know this, but I don't. Let's see, 160 grains at 2775 is 2,736.54 foot-pounds of energy. So I hit my buck high shoulder, and he did not even move. He literally just folded and fell over. So, and at 150 yards. So great setup in my opinion. This is the side charging handle, which, you know, honestly, it's the first one I've ever had that's been side charging. It never had any issues. It functioned well. The nice thing about shooting these projectiles is I had a 50-yard zero, and at the 150 yards, I was aiming probably more shoulder, and I got high shoulder. So it was still on the climb to probably, or maybe even on the down, I guess, to come back down to that 50/200 yard zero. But lightweight, the gun is. So Zerotech Optics, man, if you guys haven't checked these guys out, definitely give them a shout, give them a check out. I run their LPVOs. I have a couple of their regular scopes, and they are growing on me exceedingly quickly. They're just very, very, very good and accurate scopes. The one thing that I wish that this one had that it didn't would maybe be illumination. However, the light gathering ability of this optic is so good that honestly, even 20 minutes left in of daylight for me to shoot out in an open field, I had no issue at all seeing my crosshairs. I did not need the illumination. It's nice to have, but once again, the amount of light that this scope gathers and the clarity of the glass, it did exceptionally well with not having any issues whatsoever seeing. As a matter of fact, it's brighter looking through the scope than it is just out into the field. So it did really, really well. Overall, I can't complain. Anderson, lowers are great. We have a lot of these in our home as far as Anderson goes. The trigger on this is the Palmetto State Armory. It's their, I don't remember exactly what they call it, but the whole lower kits in this is PSA. It does have the ambi safety, which I have really grown to love, is this ambi safety. It's just something that now that I'm accustomed to it, all of my guns have it now, my ARs anyway. The buttstock did fine. This is just a typical mil spec, but you can see it's very tight. There's no wiggle to it at all, so it held up extremely well. The gun overall worked flawlessly, perfectly. The one thing that I was concerned is I did not have hearing protection on, but I was in a ground blind, and when I stuck the gun out the window, I rested the gun on the window sill up here at the end of the handguard, and I didn't even notice the boom because all of it went outside. So this muzzle deflector that they have up here, flash hider, whatever, did an exceptional job at breaking up that noise. But huge shout out to Black Butterfly. I actually shot quite a few of these on film, and I have whatever's left in this mag. So there's probably 4 left total. So we have 3 in here, and I pulled one out to show you guys. But I would definitely say that this is my new favorite hunting round for the 450 Bushmaster. It's just so flat and so fast. As a matter of fact, I'll put up a picture somewhere right here. The polymer tip actually came off in the shoulder. And while this round is intended to go in, I think it says like 2 to 3 inches and then butterfly out, I was not able to find any of the jacket or the bullet itself, only the polymer tip. So I did have an exit wound, which was fine. Like I said, it did its job. It went in, it energy dumped, it caused tremendous hemorrhaging. It just did an absolute outstanding job. Kill switch, lights out, game over, move on. So I will be taking it out for late firearm doe. I think Buck is going to be taking out the 300 blackout to do his deer. He still hasn't gotten one yet. So he's been a little hesitant to go back out in the woods, just because I get it. He's young, it's cold, and he's not really interested. But overall, can't say enough. Thank you very much to Zerotech for supplying the scope, Bear Creek Arsenal for the upper, and then Black Butterfly. I bought these off Black Butterfly, but I am definitely going to be reaching out to Black Butterfly. I have a bunch of their stuff for the 458 SOCOM as well, and we're going to be shooting that as well. So I even thought about maybe even setting up the 458 SOCOM for later deer, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty satisfied with this rig, but we'll see how it goes. But either way, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Share the video if you will. Let's try to overcome the crushingness of everybody wanting to oppress Second Amendment freedoms. Oh, and I did want to say that this is the first year I actually picked up one of these, and let me see if there's a name on it. It's Outdoor Edge. It's one of the replaceable blade razor knives. I've still got deer cartilage and blood and hair all over it. But I really wanted a good razor type knife. I found this one at Wally World, and it came with like 3 extra blades with it. But man, what a great tool to have. I still had a bigger knife out there as well, especially to cut through the sternum. I wouldn't want to try to use a razor knife. You probably could, but you're probably going to break your blade. I actually used my SOG, which happens to be on my side. I used my SOG to pull through the rib cage there, or the breastplate, whatever you want to call it, the sternum. So these are the 2 knives that I used to gut the deer. But if you guys are interested, I will have pictures of after the deer, of the gutting and all that stuff. If you guys are interested, it'll be at the end of the video. Definitely check it out if you're interested or want to see, you know, the work that the knives did. And we'll show it hanging. We'll show the skin off of it, as well as the hemorrhage from where I hit it. I did lose a little bit of backstrap, but one way or the other, you know what? The deer went down. I didn't have to chase him. He never even felt a thing. Once that thing hit him, it was lights out. Game over. Dead deer. You know, he didn't suffer anything along those lines. It was immediate death. So, great job to the 450 Bushmaster. And till next time, be good to each other. And God bless.